Hey guys, it's Eric.
It's Glenda.
And we are D&D Miniature and Board Games. So, we just got done playing several games of Tanks, which you will actually get to see one of the playthroughs. It should be up just after this review is up. But the playthroughs were Tanks.
Yes.
World War II Tank Skirmish Battles.
That's my first tank game.
By Gale Force 9 Games. Actually, this might be one of your first World War II historicals.
Yes, cool.
Overall, though, what do you think?
I don't know. I like it. Like I said, it's my first time, and it didn't turn me off. It's just more on like, oh, actually, before that, I was interested in playing anyway. Because when we unboxed those, and I'm like, oh, those little tanks, you know, it just.
I know, they're so cute.
And then when he said that, it looks easy to play. It even more than I like to play it, and we played it and. Like it.
Now, as you guys know, we score on a 1 to 5, 3 being average, 1 being crap, and 5 being outstanding. We have 5 different categories: graphics and artwork, rulebook, components, replayability, and overall fun. We'll go with graphics and artwork. I'll start out with it.
Okay.
I gave graphics and artwork a 3. I didn't think it was bad, but it's really nothing to it. On the cards themselves, you have pictures of model tanks painted. On the crew cards and things like that, there's really nothing much on there. There wasn't a lot of graphics really even in the rule book.
Correct.
I don't really think, though, that's the main thing about the game.
For this game.
Now when you get to expansion tanks, some of them have actual artwork pictures, and some of them still have just the model tanks.
Okay.
But I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3. It's the same thing. It's not for this game. I don't think this is what, the artwork or the graphics is really, they're striving to have
it's
that
not
great
what's going to sell it.
It's exactly, it's the tank, and I gave it a 3. It's just all letters and basic. It's actually basic. Very
basic. Rulebook. I was actually impressed with the rule book. It was easy to pick up the game, easy to play it. Even on the back, there's a quick reference that tells you the turn sequences and tells you what page they're on. So I gave it a 4. I didn't find it very difficult. It wasn't the above all easiest rule book in the world I've ever read, but it was pretty good, and I gave it a 4.
I concur. It's a 4. Again, it's an easy rule book to read and to follow. So you read it, you can follow it. That's all it is. I mean, and then they have the quick reference. It's color coded too. I mean, I think anybody can play this. I mean, as you know how to read and follow instruction, you can play this.
And right down to the attack and defense. It's always the same attack dice, unless one you have a crew component card that ups your attack dice.
Which is pointed out there too.
But the only time that the dice changes in your defense, depending on how fast you move, if you were in cover, if you were stationary, if it was a side shot, all these things go into factors.
And you get used to it as you play it more. So, as the basic one we have, it's just easy.
Components. I gave components a 4. I thought that the cardstock was very thick. I think it'll stand up to a lot of wear and tear. I actually went and got the tokens, the extra accessory pack for the tokens, and they're very nice. They've got like a, I think it was it's got a felt back. Yeah, they're really nicely done. They're glossy. And the other thing I noticed too is that of all the tanks I put together that's specifically for this game, they're all very easy to put together. I got Shermans with the game and put those together like that. Okay. I got Battlefront Flames of War Shermans that...
It was hard.
Oh my god, the hulls just don't go together for crap. But I gave components a 4. I was very happy with the components from the game.
continue? Okay, well, I gave it a 4 too. It's weird. First, I like the tanks. And for me, I think, well, he put it together, but I don't think there's a lot to put together anyway. I like it. I mean, again, for this game, the tanks is like perfect. It's
what
and the cards too.
What I do, like 20 tanks, easy. German and American in 2 days.
Oh, I thought it's one sitting. I'm wrong. But the cards are, will stand the test of time. It's really hard and it kind of stick, but it's part of it. The only thing we didn't use is
their terrain.
Correct, because
we have buildings.
Yeah. And proud of it, but yeah. So I gave it a 4 overall. I mean, so
replayability. I gave replayability a 4. You've got a bunch of different cards that you can actually add to your tanks for different crew commanders, gunners, ammo. I think that adds on to the replayability. I know they're coming out with expansions. I believe it's going to be to follow suit with Flames of War, the new edition, which would be Africa.
Oh, okay.
You have several different tanks you can play with. You can go with any point value you want. We stayed with simple 50 points and fielded 2 tanks each. I mean, but yeah, I gave it a 4. I think it's got a pretty good replayability. I don't think it's just off the charts, but it's got pretty decent replayability.
It's so weird we didn't talk about it, but I gave it a 4 too. I mean,
we're pretty close on how we judge things.
Correct. And
I think that's husband and wife thing.
Whatever. Is that what it is? Like we roll the dice. Who's gonna play first? What?
When we were rolling to see who goes attacker or defender, we rolled 7 times.
7 times
and rolled the exact same roll every time.
That's so weird. But anyway, I gave it a 4. I think there's a lot of possibilities with the games, especially not just the basic, but if you add more tanks and the crew and all that there's a lot more to do with it. And as a group or whoever's going to play it, again, there's a lot of possibilities you can do with the game.
Overall fun. I gave overall fun a 4.
Okay.
We have our games that when we just don't really feel like doing something on film are the games we pull out.
Mm-hmm.
The ones and those are our 5s. This is one of those games that it may go on the shelf and maybe 4 months from now we pull it out again and play it for a while. Or just when you and I want something to do. Mm-hmm. But is it one that's just going to be like I'll walk in here, oh my god, I want to play tanks today? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I still gave it a 4, which is above average.
It's really high still.
But it's not going to be... and I'll still replay it. It's just not one of those ones that... If it's between this and something... and one of our ones that's a 5... I will probably go the route of the 5. Okay. Fun for you?
I gave it a 5. So weird. That's the difference. You said we have given 5 to all the other games, that, like the other games that we have for you, that's the 5.
That we liked it, yeah.
Correct, that you will play over and over again. I gave this a 5. First, like I said, this is my first time to play a game like this, and I enjoyed it. And I think because it's different, it's easy, and, okay, I'll shoot you. You kill me. Oh, that points. I thought for me that's fun. So I gave it a 5. For me, it's man, what card are you going to pull this time? I mean, I always get the bad one, and you get the good one.
Come on.
I like that.
Right at the end of that last game, my tank crew had to bail out. I just got lucky getting that shot that you get to shoot.
Correct.
Before your tank explodes or whatever happens.
You could have exploded right away. But it's a dice game too, so you'll never know what you're going to get. I mean, so for me, those that's a factor. And like you said, something that you're not going to play. Hey, maybe you'll see me play this by myself. Because I actually like it. Maybe because of this too and all that.
The only thing this tells me is that if you like this, then I can go ahead and start building the Flames of War armies
And actually,
because you would probably be interested in playing that since you like this.
Yeah. Like I said,
It's
on this basic 210.
This is basic, but you build up to it, and
maybe I like the scenario games. I mean, I don't know. It's not just
well,
typical
you haven't done a lot of. You really haven't done miniature games
Correct.
at all.
The only game that we play, I think that was the Rivet Wars that I get to measure. Remember that one? That's the only game.
Didn't you play 40K one time?
Never.
A long time ago. Oh.
I don't think I did.
So this is actually your first real miniature game then.
And actually, I like it. So it's 5 for me.
All right. So overall score, guys, 3.9 out of 5.
4.
Just above average game. We enjoyed it. Look for your local gaming. We game where?
At Discover Games, Fayetteville, Georgia, right next to Harbor Freight.
Across from?
The Pavilion.
Behind? Ruby Tuesdays.
No, there is behind. I'm sorry.
Now we're heading behind. As always, guys, game on.
Game on.